in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And that will be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Burrow. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
That's good.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Justin Matabike showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
At the 10-yard line.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Ravens 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Justice Hill. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Ravens nothing.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Jackson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
After the penalty, it's Mixon, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens 34. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Joe Mixon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll give it to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, second and goal. Mixon. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 4 now, third and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So on fourth down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Bullock's kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
Intercepted. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
We got 4.
Burrow will throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage? Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Fortunate to get that football back, as trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Jackson now. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Dalvin. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely